Hello and welcome to the College Gamer. My name is Josh Calixto and I'm a student at Northwestern University. This is going to be sort of my mission statement. Why I am doing this, the reasons why I love to talk about games so much. To start, let me just go over a couple of things. I have been playing video games for my whole life, and some of my favorite games. This might tell you a little bit about why I say the things I say. Legend of Zelda: The Ocarina of Time, renowned classic. Shadow of the Colossus, 2007's Shadow of the Colossus, was in my book the best game I've played. And Kingdom Hearts, which is it's there because of the fact that it has a lot of personal relevance to me. I like the game on a personal level. It's not a great game. I think if you've played it, you know that. But it does appeal to the kid in me. Anyhow, that being said, this entire collection of videos is going to be reviews, rants, just random thoughts off the top of my head about video games because I think about these things all the time. Where I stand is, I think that video games are on the threshold right now. I think what's going to happen is, as a medium, it's only a matter of time until video games are respected as much as movies are respected, as plays are respected. Their video games do get a lot of flack because of things like violence, just mindless entertainment that you get out of these video games. But I think we all know, gamers who are playing games that affect them on a personal level can really realize that this medium has a lot to offer in the realm of making you feel something over how, say, a movie can make you feel something. There are a few instances which come to mind that are really just that people just don't really understand about video games. One of these moments I'll talk about is a moment in Metal Gear Solid, which I hate to spoil anything for anybody who's watching this who hasn't played Metal Gear Solid 3, Snake Eater. But there's a moment in which, I guess I'm not giving too much away, but there's a moment in which you are holding a gun to someone's head, and in order to, for the animation to go forward, for the cinematic to go forward, you have to press a button to pull the trigger. Right? So nothing will happen. You'll literally stand there until you press the button to shoot. That's something that you start to see in video games a lot, which is a moment where you make the decision to do something that will affect someone else's life, at least in a video game, or a decision that will affect a character in the video game. Your action of pressing a button is going to end this person's life. And that is the power that video games have. Whether or not that's a good thing, that's something to be talked about. But I would argue that it is a great thing because you really get a perspective of what violence is, what it means to take someone's life, what it means to make decisions this big, and it gives gravity to these things, which I think just disappears if you're watching a movie, if you're just seeing people dying and dying and dying. Of course, movies do things to, give weight and emotional gravity to their situations, but video games can do this in a way that directly affects you, the gamer. And a lot of these are not really understood to the masses. There's a situation a lot like this in Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, in which you play the role of a terrorist who goes in and kills just innocent people in an airport, right? And this got a lot of flack from the media because they didn't understand the fact that it is as to be that person in the shoes of the character that you're playing, to go in and open fire on innocent people. That that is something that will affect you as a gamer. It's not advocating that. It's not saying go and do this. It's saying to people with souls, to people who are playing these video games, who have reasonable minds. This is horrendous. This is horrible, and acts of terrorism like this do happen in the real world, right? So that is giving gravity to that situation. Whether or not it is tasteful is an argument to be had. Whether or not it is effective is an argument to be had. But this is where games are starting to go, and what games can do over films and other media that are not interactive. Now, I think that for people to understand this and to understand what video games have to offer, we have to talk about them a little bit more seriously. So that's what I plan on doing here, is talking about video games, just my perspectives, my thoughts on games. I'll be reviewing games that are out, and I'm a college student. I'm not rich, so I'm gonna be doing that. I'm gonna try to review games that are a little bit cheaper, and if they're not cheap, I'll let you know that they're not and why you should buy them, even if they're not cheap. I'll also let you know, okay, maybe you should wait for this game until the price goes down until you buy it. But that's something that I also bear in mind, because not everyone wants to play great games, but not everyone can, pay for them regularly. So that's something I'm going to go over too. That being said, let's get this going. Let's talk about video games. I really hope that, commenters will let me know what they want me to do, what they want me to talk about, and, what's on your guys' minds. How are video games going to reach the next level that I think that they're going to reach in a very, very close date, some date not too far off. Because that day is coming, and I think for it to come, we have to be able to discuss video games on a level that is not just, oh, yeah, I played Halo yesterday, and I killed so many noobs, and I pwned so many fools, so on and so forth. You get the idea. Let's talk seriously about games, and let's get the ball rolling. Let's take it to the next level. With that is it for me, and I will see you in the upcoming videos.